Hello Aquarians, welcome to your video. So I'm creating this video for you for the upcoming week. All right, for some of you it's already February 17th, but I'm creating this on February 16th where I'm at in the US, but for some of you it's already the 17th. And I first and foremost want to say happy birthday. I hope that you are having a great birthday if you're celebrating, or I hope that you have had a great birthday. Hope that you had a great Valentine's and all of that. So this is for February 17th through the 23rd, and I've went on the internet and I've got some numerology highlights, some astrology highlights, and I have some moon phase highlights, and then we're going to do a tarot spread, and then we're going to do a day-by-day spread. So keep in mind, this video will be time-stamped, so unless it's live and you're watching it live, you will be able to skip through the video by clicking in the description box below, and you can click on what you want. If you want to look at the oracle reading, or if you want to look at the bonus card, the tarot reading, okay, the astrology part, you'll be able to do that. The astrology, the numerology, and the moon phase are going to be in one section. But before I get into all that, guys, I want to be the first to tell you that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you, and the divine values you. Thank you guys for being here. So I took some notes here on my phone. All right, so as far as overall, it seems like I haven't done the tarot spread yet, but it does seem like it is heightened this week. It is supported to travel and to start new things. Okay, it's a great week to start something. Okay, if you choose to. Anyway, so the highlights: February 19th, and this is according to Tanya Gabrielle. February 19th is known as the Prince of Heaven number, and it's 123. Ready, set, go code. Truth be told. Truth sets you free. Seeking your purpose. Mercury squares Jupiter. It's exact and it's powerful. Okay, and Jupiter supports long distance travel, and Mercury supports like short trips going out. So that's why I say it's you know, taking trips under these Mercury Jupiter transits is highly supported. Okay, so meaning it will be more of a positive impact. So, you know, it's even a time where something life-changing can happen. You can be making a move, a transition, a move to a new place, and, you know, new community, country, a new job, you know, new things. And like I said, that's even supported in the moon phase. So, all right, so Jupiter will help you see your long-term vision and goals. All right. Jupiter gifts may be activated for you at this time. All right, while Jupiter is in there, it's beyond this week, but we're doing this week's reading. Sunday is another great day. Okay, Sunday, Mercury is trine Mars, so it's a good time to take risks. All right, take action. And you are going to be probably appearing very attractive to others and being very sort of have that magnetic appeal about you with that Mars energy. All right, so the Mercury and Jupiter energy, short trips, long trips. That's it on Tanya Gabrielle. Now I took screenshots here. All right, so on the moon phase, okay, we are in what's called a waxing crescent moon on February 17th. So for some of you, that's today. For some of us, that's tomorrow, okay? And so moving away from the sun and becoming more illuminated. And it's a time to start new ventures, begin new projects, hobbies, routines, as the energy is conducive to initiating new things. Planning and strategizing, self-reflection and positive affirmations, creative endeavors, okay, activities like writing, painting, anything that comes from yourself, crafting, building on new ideals. It's also a good time for self-care. All right, yes, that's what I got. Yeah, it's also a good time to have self-care routines and things like that. All right, so for Aquarius, I got this from on the internet, but for Aquarius in general, because Tanya Gabrielle is like for everything, everybody. It's just telling you what the energies support. Now for Aquarius in general for the week, all right, which is February 17th to the 23rd. It says, you know, there's confidence around money making efforts from the 18th and on. So you'll do well to think about strategies, taking things to the next level, what your next step is, which that was also supported by Jupiter, the big picture. And you'll be empowered to maybe share or pitch a brilliant idea, especially if it comes to work or maybe with a friend. But for some of you, don't tell everybody your ideals. You know, that's just the way it goes. All right. Now, we're going to get into the tarot part of this. We're going to pull first an oracle card. But just in general, you see how I've pulled on the moon phase, the waxing crescent, numerology and astrology, and they all support starting something new. Would not be surprised if the tarot and everything reflects that. And I want to just remind you, because some people are very fixed on astrology, some people are fixed on tarot, some people are fixed or you know, or some people are into a little bit of everything, kind of like me. But ultimately, when God, the universe, source, supreme creator, has a message or an energy to share, to send out to the world, it comes in all forms. Just know that it comes in all forms. You see how all these different forms had the same energy. So overall, it's a great week to start something new. Anything. Let's pull from the chakra cards. If I forgot to mention, welcome to our channel, Aquarius by Aquarius. I'm your host, Colleen. I post 2 videos a day between 4 and 6 p.m. Florida time, Eastern Standard Time, and 10:30 Eastern Standard Time p.m. That comes with a live chat. This one may, because it's going to be a longer video, so I may put this as a premiere video. All right, let's see what wants to come out here. Overall energy for this week. These are the chakra cards. Thank you. And it says butterfly, goddess, metamorphosis. That's change. You are reaching completion of this part of your journey. Prepare to rise higher. Well, preparing to rise higher does mean change. It means new, right? new beginnings, new phases. So this is definitely highlighted here. And like it said, with Jupiter and Mercury, there can definitely be some change going on. All right, let's get into the tarot part. After this, I will do a day by day to see what sort of, it'll tell me maybe what it's easier to focus on. I'll see if there are negative or positive aspects to the day to help you get through that day. Obviously, keep in mind, you know, where your chart is and how the planets transit through your chart and the degrees, it can vary. So that's why not every single reading will apply, because I don't know the degrees and I don't know the transits in your birth chart. Give me 9 cards. Starting off with brilliance. Remember, it's a good week to communicate your brilliance. You might receive ideals of that. But we have Ace of Crystals. That's clarity. That's an aha moment. That's, you know, getting an idea. Did I get 9 cards? I about nearly did. Oh, you don't see that, all of those. Okay. Trying to adjust my light here. One more card. Might be a busy week. I saw the 5 of Wands on the bottom. 5 of Wands can talk about travel too. It can talk about traffic and stuff like that. Sometimes, you know, it can be that. And we have Child of Worlds. All right, so starting off, we have that brilliance and and that's that Jupiter energy. Okay, the big picture, expansion. Sage of Crystals might be extreme investigations, okay, or extreme learning, all right, that you might even take interest in. It's a good time to even go out and go explore history, go to museums, historical places and sites and things like that. Getting in touch with history, or you might have a fascination with that, okay, this week. Looking up stuff, investigating stuff, okay. I feel like that dredging up stuff here. Okay, so you could be looking up things from the past, just looking up things in general as a hobby. Some people just like history, some people like looking back into the past, and this can go to recent past, it can go to before that, but I feel like things coming to the surface through some investigation, because the Sage of Crystals is reversed, the moon is reversed, and the universe, and this totally, somebody might love world history, okay, somebody might be looking into that, somebody might be a student or studying for that even, but this is like, okay, if I had to put this into a genre, I would say some world history here, or looking up things online with the world card. But also the world card supports traveling to places and learning and expanding through that travel, whether a short trip or a long trip, or literally learning things on the internet here. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. That can talk about returning from a trip. It can talk about finding out things that, it can be learning some sort of hard truth. Remember, the truth shall set someone free, and it can be learning some hard truths. It doesn't have to be in your personal life, but it can be in your personal life, This is just a week of expansion and travel and learning, and this is expansive. So this can go beyond your little nucleus. This can be learning something much larger, on a larger scale. And this would say, okay, world history, this would say finding out some deception. Right here, there's a cross to bear. This can be learning about a dream, a wish fulfillment, and something was sabotaged, okay? That's a truth that can be found out this week. Like you wanted to go on vacation. You were supposed to go on vacation, and then somebody says, well, I can't cover you, or the boss or somebody says, well, now's not a good time. Can you delay it? Something like that even. But it can be something large scale, okay? Like, people can't travel. Visas restricted, right? Though travel is highly supported. So I feel like challenges will be overcome, especially if everything is clear, especially if documents are in check with this Ace of Crystals. All right. So I have your air energy, I have fire energy, I have Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo energy, I have water energy, and I have earth energy. So tell me about this Ace of Crystals. Yeah. So this is complete clarity right here. This is almost so much clarity that you know which way to go. And the planetary alignments are assisting with that right now. But there's a lot about gathering your thoughts, spending time alone, and gaining this clarity and this focus on what you need to do. Tell me about that Sage of Crystals in the reverse. We have stress reverse, and we have existence upright. Okay. So I feel the way that you are learning or going or investigating, it has more to do with a deep reflection. A deep reflection of who you are, a deep reflection of where you're at. And I feel like that there is some sort of burden that can be lifted, okay? because it's just recognizing that you are where you're supposed to be, and that's just it. Right now, if you are where you're at right now, it's because you're supposed to be there right now. So, no mistakes here. I'm here because I'm supposed to be here for some reason, okay? Whatever the divine purpose or plan is for me. Tell me about the delusion, which is the Ten of Swords. Yeah. And this could be like where some people decide to stop focusing on a twin flame or another person, okay? Ten of Crystals, the delusion. You know, I'm believing that this is going to happen. I'm believing that this is going to happen. Right here. This is what I'm not focusing on. I'm not following. So that's the whole point. If anyone is going through a twin flame journey, you are supposed to stop pursuing the twin flame and pursue whatever you want to call it. I call it God. You can call it Supreme Creator, Universe, Source. It says Source in this card. Being guided, not following it. This is in the reverse. Some of you may come to that realization this week. Why am I waiting, wanting? Because sometimes you're not waiting. Maybe you just want it. Sometimes you think you have to be with them. Okay. So some might come to that conclusion this week. And it might be a good week to drop that and just start following what you're being guided to do. All right? Trust the process. Tell me about the Moon card in reverse. Don't know why, but I'm guided to look at these cards this way because I'm not really going in any particular way. I'm just going with what I'm guided to. Yeah, I get this. I feel like there's going to be a lot of honesty with oneself of like saying, look, I'm not going to be compared to anyone else. I'm not going to be part of anyone's competition. I'm not going to be tied to a third party, even if it's a family member. Sometimes family members are third parties, in-laws. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be very honest with yourself and you're like, I'm tired. This is tiring. This is exhausting. And why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting my time being tired? Why am I wasting my time being exhausted? Why am I wasting my time being hopeful for connection that doesn't seem like it's going to come through? Meanwhile, I could be focusing on something else. I am here. I am now. I have consciousness and I am a part of this collective consciousness universe. I am a part of this. Alone, but not alone. Looks like a lot of lonely stars out there, but not. We're really all in the same collective here. So I feel like somebody really, it's more of a beginning this week, a beginning of that card, what it did come out, self-care. I do believe it's the beginning of some sort of self-care. Completely, or in the beginning stages, just letting go. Like, look, I need to let this go. Even if you have let it go, maybe they pop up into your mind and you're like, I just need to completely stop thinking about them. Whoever it is, doesn't have to be twin flame. It can be anybody. You're not alone. You're being guided to higher consciousness, and there is where you're also finding the rest of us. We will find each other here. You're on your journey and you're doing what you're doing right now for a reason. It's for your growth. So is your twin. So are your soulmates. So is everybody else here. It's one big classroom, okay? Matter of fact, it's a very large classroom. This whole thing being a classroom. And you're a student in here and you're a teacher. You're both. Tell me about fulfillment. I'm guided to this card now. Fighting. It landed on guidance. I understand this. I relate to this myself. I've been trying to move for 3 years. It doesn't happen. So maybe I have to accept the fact I am where I'm supposed to be right now. But This is fighting it, landed on guidance. You see how someone is turning their head away from the angel, turning their head away from guidance because, you know, I don't want this path. I can see it. Somebody, you know, I don't want this path. I can relate to this myself. I don't want to stay where I am, but I have no other choice at this juncture. I want to move somewhere else. You see, I'm putting myself in the analogy because I don't know what you want. There's something that you want, but there's something else you're being guided to. I almost feel like you're being guided in a direction of something that you don't want. And that can cause the fight and the conflict within oneself. Spirit says, Aquarius, go this way. Trust me. You're not trusting the process. The card of trust was reversed. And Aquarius saying, but I don't want that. You see the dilemma there. The fight with oneself. I want what I want, and I don't want what you're guiding me to go do. I'm guided to the Child of Wands here. Child of Wands is reversed, and that talks about a new start or a beginning, and it's the Empress in reverse. Which that card is creative, it's nurturing, and it's awareness. I'm just guided to that you are where you are right now for a specific reason. All right, it is a time to start new things, but some of the things that you want to do, if they don't align with what you're guided to do, it might be a challenge, okay? Everything suggests to start something new this week, but it seems like it's along the line of self-care and awareness, consciousness. It seems like it's really reflective on more of a spiritual journey. It's time. It's a good time to get closer, deeper, more expansive on your spiritual journey. That's how I feel. You know, this person needs to come all the way out. And I feel that you're being guided, me too, myself. I feel like we're all being guided in a direction that maybe some of us don't want that direction because it's just not what we wanted. You know, Empress reverse and postponement, but this person is waiting. So it's also a good time not to wait. It's a good time to do something new that is along the lines of self-care and spirituality. That's what I feel. Tell me about the Eight of Wands reverse. It's exactly tuning in, it's reverse. This is what it looks like in the upright. So this tells me somebody's not getting their messages because somebody's not able to tune in or turn in. You know, I'm a tarot reader, I'm giving collective messages, but your spirit team is ready to give you specific messages that nobody can give you, not even me. So this means you have messages awaiting from the other side, okay? And here's that trust card, totality. In the reverse, morality. This is the mind getting in the way. This is for this week. This is the mind getting in the way. But if you can spend some time in the present moment, don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself your journey, your true divine journey. Don't cheat yourself. Spend some time. If you can't meditate, go out, try to be in some form of nature. And look at, there's going to be some things that happen pretty rapidly. I feel their messages. I'm guided to do the universe card last. Tell me about the Child of Worlds reverse. I feel like there's something that some information you're going to get. And you're only going to get it by tuning into the divine. And I feel that some people either don't have the time, too exhausted, don't know how to, or have a hard time concentrating. Tell me about that Child of Worlds. Yeah. We have celebration, but it's this way. Landed on tuning in, and then on the bottom is sorrow. there's a lot of thinking going into you and another connection, you and someone else, your thoughts, your emotions, all right? But that's not nurturing yourself. If this is your reading, if you're thinking a lot about another person and not very much about yourself, okay, everything is really saying here for you, tune in. The divine wants to talk to you. You're going to get messages, okay? Don't focus on this other thing that you're thinking about right now. What is guided for you to start new is to focus on you, nurturing yourself, tuning in. I feel like your spirit team, because we have spirit team a lot here. Like there's a lot of messages I feel that want to come to you, but you have to be in a certain state of awareness for that, and that's what's missing. Okay, it's like it's peeking through, it's poking through. Tell me about the World card, universe. Success. Trust. Trust is coming out. You got to trust this process, okay? Things are going to work out, but you got to trust this process even if you don't like it, even if you don't understand it. So, the highlights so far for the weekly reading: trust the process, stop fighting the direction you're being guided to go in, especially if it's something that you're not, something else you wished for. It's saying right now, let go and trust the process, that you are here and now for a reason. All right, even if you don't like it right now, you're here for a reason. Trust this process, but start things new. But the new things, it seems it's saying to start is you. So if you're changing jobs or making a move or something like that, it has a lot to do with self-care, okay? You know, if it's dangerous for you to be in a place that you're at, or there's just everything is all dried up for you there, okay, that's self-care. You got to survive, thrive, nourish yourself, but that's different than want, right? A need and a want are different, and what you need to do is focus on self-care, nurturing yourself, tuning into the divine, getting your message. But what you want, you may want your person, you may want your new house, you may want your new job, right? So knowing the difference between the needs and the wants, because it's highly suggesting start things new that have a lot to do with what you need versus what you want this week. Anyway, this is just a weekly reading. Tune in, tap into the divine. You got some messages there. Let's close out with an oracle card, then I'll do your day-by-day reading. You and your loved ones are safe, and we did see that with the moon card, like the loved ones, and with the turning in card. And we have new moon, but we're having a waxing crescent moon. So you and your loved ones are safe. That is a card of Cancer. So let's do the week, day by day. So starting on Monday, which for some of you is today, what is Monday showing? What might be suggested to do Monday? Change, death, rebirth, Pluto energy. Continue to focus on transformation, okay? Your soul's growth. Yes. This is highly supported with Jupiter. Continue your expansion. Continue your growth. Monday is a great day to focus on that in any way. Okay? What works for one may not work for another person. I have a hard time meditating, but when I go take a shower or get near a body of water, messages just pour in and flood to me like crazy. Find a way to expand your spirituality on Monday. Tell me Tuesday. What's the advice here for Tuesday? Even if you take a spiritual bath Monday. All right, Tuesday. We have the Eight of Worlds in the reverse. Give me some. trust. Okay. We have, so basically, don't fight the process on Tuesday, whatever. Tuesday can be anything. Tuesday, we got an Eight of Worlds in the reverse and success. The Eight of Worlds can talk about focus, shifting, money, work, whatever it is that you've been focusing on, and maybe you feel like you're failing at it, or maybe you feel like it's not for you. You might feel a little awkward on Tuesday, and just remember, trust the process. Honor your feelings, honor your thoughts, okay? Honor yourself, because we got in here fighting, and it's like, okay, Tuesday, it's saying there might be something happening, fighting the change, fighting the process here. Maybe you feel like you're going in a direction that isn't going to be what you want or what you like, or isn't going to work out for you. Or maybe you feel like you're just staying in one place. Eight of Worlds, maybe you just feel like you're not having any growth, but trust the process. That change is here. Just don't fight it. Change is here. So Tuesday might be one of those days. One of those days where you're thinking about the progress you're making, or lack of progress, okay, or confusion when it comes to focusing or what to do. But just trust the process. Get through Tuesday. But Monday, do anything you can to spiritually enhance yourself in anything. It can be something small. Tuesday, just get through that day, okay? It might be, you might feel a little stuck. Just do something joyful. Wednesday. Tell me about Wednesday. Reflection, Two of Worlds. Wednesday might be a great day to reflect and figure out what it is you want to commit to. What do you want to do? The big picture, all right? Two of Worlds literally says reflection, and the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant reverse. And that talks about commitment. What do you want to commit to? What would make you happy? And it also talks about schools, structures, and all that. Higher learning. So whatever it is, student, teacher, what's making you happy? So if you're studying something, what would it make you happy in the long run? If you're making a decision, what would make you happy in the long run? Wednesday is a great day to reflect on what would make you happy in the long run, okay? It's going to help you definitely make decisions on what you want to commit to or don't want to commit to. Yeah. It comes down to this guidance. Also comes down to moving away from people with low morality, because we have the devil in reverse, we have morality in reverse. So ultimately, it's like you may be making a decision about some energies that are in your life, okay? And it's time to make a decision. And it might be, sharing is reverse. So Wednesday is a good time to make a decision, or at least contemplate on what you need to move away from, that maybe what you've been fighting moving away from, okay? But it's just time. It's time. So I feel like you're gonna be in your head reflecting on that on Wednesday. What do you need to move away from? Who do you need to move away from? What ideals or concepts you need to move away from? Beliefs, any of that type of stuff with the Hierophant. All right, Thursday. Tell me about Thursday. Nine of Crystals in the reverse. That's that card of, it says narrowness there, but it's really the card of no sleep, but it's in the reverse. Tell me about that for Thursday. Clinging to the past. Okay. So there is something that needs to be let go of, and it seems like it's the past. And these are the things that sometimes keep us awake. It does nobody any good to wonder what the other person is doing. The person that keeps you awake, the person that you think of that's on your mind, sometimes when you're trying to go to sleep, it just not helping you. That's not part of the self-nurturing program for yourself you should be starting this week. Clinging to the past, losing sleep over somebody, wondering what could have been. That's not helping anybody. If anybody is in that state of mind this week, Thursday, it's saying don't do that. It's not helpful to you. All right. This week should be project self-care. New beginnings in self-care. All right. Spiritual enlightenment. Broaden your horizons spiritually. Tell me about Friday. Child of crystals. The learner. Friday is also a day of Venus. It's good to dress nice, look good on Friday. You attract a lot of Venus energy, which is love and abundance and money. So dress in your Sunday's best, but on Friday. That's the day of Venus. Tell me about the child of crystals. Right there. Friday, you might literally learn something new and release, trusting the process. Okay, we have Two of Swords reversed. To me, that's making a decision, a final thought, trusting the process. You might let go on Friday. Friendliness, you and another tree, different colors but the same. All right, same size, same shape, same pattern, just different colors here. I'm also drawn to this would be more of the root chakra, you know, but it's pink, so I really don't know. But we definitely have some solar plexus chakra energy. But the learner, I do feel like Friday is a day to finally learn and release. And that is on the bottom, we have cutting off. I feel like you may make a decision by Friday to cut your energies off in a certain direction and just focus on your self-care. Focus on your journey going within. Okay? Your journey of enlightenment, your journey to the center of you, your God center, okay, which is not religion. It's you and God before religion. It's you going within, which means there might not be room for anyone else at this time while you're on this journey, or you might be releasing the one that keeps you up at night that you think about. Saturday, Child of Worlds, Woman of Crystals. All right. Woman of Crystals is your air energy. Child of Worlds is literally a student, a child, or anything like that. But we have a lot of children here, and we have a baseball. And this Woman of Crystals is unsettling energy, and that can be finding out something, learning something on Saturday. We have isolation, but in the reverse. You know, some of you, you know, Saturday is like looking at another person and saying they just haven't healed. They just haven't healed. You might see something on their social media. You might hear something, but whatever this is, you're like, it might bother you to know that someone hasn't healed, someone hasn't matured. All right, you might learn something on Saturday. And a lot of times people learn stuff through spying on social media, but sometimes it's through third parties, friends of friends and things like that. But look, maybe somebody needs to learn something so they can let go of somebody. You know what I mean? Maybe that's, you know, that's that astral traveling and projection, and someone over here has to mature. Someone over here has to, but it doesn't mean you have to wait for it, right? Someone could be, maybe somebody learns that you've moved on as well. It goes both ways. All right, final day, Sunday. Tell me about Sunday. Going after your goal and releasing this person. It looks like, you know, it looks like a lot of you this week is going to be starting off, or it's going to be a week of making yourself more important than before. Making yourself very important. Not wasting time on another energy. All right? Yeah. Because you realize it's just painful to stay stuck in that energy. Waiting on someone, it's just painful. It's painful to be stuck in that energy. It really is. And it's not painful to focus on yourself. It's not painful to go out and have joyful experiences. It is painful waiting on somebody else to change, to come back, to be what you thought it was supposed to be. According to the overall weekly energy, you've been guided to not wait. You've been guided to go in another direction and trust the process. Yeah, and it doesn't keep your morality up. You know, like, you don't feel very good when you're always waiting for someone. You don't feel good when you're always thinking about someone. You can't even talk with them, speak with them, or know what's going on. It doesn't put you in a positive mindset, is what I feel. This person hasn't matured. This person has to mature. And this is a good week for you to move away from that person. This is a good week for you to focus on you, self-care, your journey, your inner journey, and your relationship with the divine. It's a good week to start all of that stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Thank you for tuning in, and namaste, my friends.